Fundamentals of Chinese 2, Unit 13, Transportation, Going Home for Winter Vacation. Understand it. Turn to pages 252 and 253 in your textbook. Have a pen or pencil ready to take notes. Leo is talking to Wang Peng about going on vacation, winter vacation, and Wang Peng asks Leo, 寒假你回家吗? Okay, 寒假 is winter vacation. And you know the rest of this, so you should be able to figure this out. Leo, 寒假你回家吗? So pause and write down what you think this means. And you likely came up with, Leo, are you going home for winter vacation? And Leo responds, 对，我要回家. And this should not be a big problem for you. Pause and write down what you think this means. Yes, I will go home, or 回家, return home. And Wang Peng asks, 飞机票你买了吗? So 飞机 is airplane. 飞 means fly, and you can see it looks like something with little wings on the back here. 飞机, 飞 means fly, and 机 means machine. So literally this is flying machine. 飞机, so airplane. So have you bought an airplane? Is that what he's asking? Probably not. 飞机票, 票你买了吗? So what do we buy that has to do with airplanes? And if you guess it right, then you'll know the meaning of 票. And I'm sure you guessed ticket. 飞机票 is airplane ticket. So he asks, 飞机票你买了吗? Pause and write down what you think that means. And I'm pretty sure you came up with, did you buy the plane ticket, or something quite close. Alright, Leo responds, 已经买了，是21号的. So 已经 means already. 已经买了, so you should be able to sort out that piece. 是21号的. So what does this mean? Pause and write down what you think this means. And I'm quite certain that you came up with something pretty close to, I already bought it, it's for the 21st. And remember, the is used, you learned this a few units back, I think. The is used to mean this one or that one, or the one on Monday, the Tuesday one, the Thursday one, the Friday one, the 21st one. So it's the ticket that's the one on the 21st, the flight on the 21st. 是21号的, it's for the 21st. That the is a little confusing for new learners of Chinese, but as you see it more frequently, you'll get more comfortable with it. And then Wang Peng asks for a little more detail. 飞机是几点的? 飞机是几点的? Okay, you should be able to sort that out. Write down, pause and write down what you think that means. And hopefully you came up with, what time is the flight? And she responds, 晚上8点的. Pause and write down what you think that means. And you likely came up with 8 o'clock in the evening. 晚上8点的. And Wang Peng then asks, he's very inquisitive today, 你怎么去机场? So 机场 is actually 飞机场, except they dropped the 飞. Everyone knows that a 机场 is actually a 飞机场. They just dropped the 飞. Chang is like a large area of land. So this character Chang is used for like football field, parking lot, soccer field, etc. So pause and write down what you think this means. And you guess, how will you get or go to the airport? 你怎么去机场? So Leo responds by saying, 我想坐公共汽车或者坐地铁. 你知道怎么走吗? Okay, so 坐 means to travel by, like to take a bus, or to go by bus, to go by train, etc., etc., etc. So 我想坐公共汽车或者坐地铁. So there's two modes of transportation here, and she wants to do one or the other. And so what's this 公共汽车? 公共汽车 is a bus. 公共 is the word for public. 公共. Gong, first tone, gong, fourth tone. Gong gong is the bus, is the word for public. 汽车 is the word for automobile. So public automobile is bus. 公共汽车. 或者 is or. Now, you've learned another word for or, which is 还是. So if you pause right now and go look at Grammar Point 2 on page 257, it will explain the difference between 或者 and 还是 and how they both mean or. And basically, it'll give some examples, so I suggest you pause and go and look there. But it's going to tell you that 或者 is used in a statement, mostly, and 还是 is used in questions. So, not all the time. So I suggest you go to page 257 and look at the examples and explanation. 地铁. So 地 means ground. 铁 means metal. It's also the word that's used for train because train tracks are made of metal. Right? So the train tracks in the ground or under the ground. So subway, 地铁. 我想坐公共汽车或者坐地铁. So she wants to go either by bus or by subway. Then she asks a question. She says, 你知道? So she's asking, do you know how? So what do you think she's asking? 你知道怎么走吗? She wants to know how to do something, whatever this 走 is. So what do you think it is? Can you guess? If you guess how do you get there or how do you go there, you were right. So literally means to walk. It's the Chinese word for walk, but it's also used to express getting somewhere or going somewhere. 你知道怎么走吗? So pause and write down what you think this means. And hopefully you came up with something close to I want to go by bus or subway. Do you know how to get there? 我想坐公共汽车或者坐地铁，你知道怎么走吗? And Wang Peng comes back with a mouthful. He says, 你先坐一路汽车，坐3站下车，然后换地铁，先坐红线，再换绿线，最后换蓝线. Ooh, so there's quite a bit here. So let's start with 先. 先 means first. So he's given her a list of directions of how to get there. So he says first, 你 first, 坐 go by, you just learned 坐 一路汽车. So what is 一路汽车? Well, 路 is the character that's used for a bus line. A bus line. The number one bus in this case. So 你先坐一路汽车, first take the number one bus. Okay. 坐 the number one bus, and then 坐3站. So 站 is a bus stop. So he's telling her to take the number one bus for 3 stops. 坐 go, 3站 go 3 stops, and then 下车. So if he's telling her to go 3 stops and then do something, what do you think this something is? 下车. Well, if you guessed to get off or get out of a car, bus, or train, you were right. 下车 means to get out of the car or get out of the bus. So 坐3站下车. 然后 then. So first do this, then do that. 然后 is then. 然后 Okay. 换 means to change from one form of public transportation to another, or to change from one subway line to another subway line, or to change from one bus line to another bus line, etc. Okay. 换. So, 然后换地铁, then change to the bus. 换地铁. You should actually probably say change to, because you'll see there's no preposition here. So actually, 换, properly translated into English, you'd say change to, then change to the subway. Okay, so you know 红 means red. So 先坐红线. So 线 is line as in a subway line. And 线 actually also means string, line or like a piece of string, kite string. 先坐红线. So first do the red line, and then do some other stuff here. So what is that? Okay, so 先 and 在. So 先 and 然后 is first do this, then do that. And 先 and 在 is just another way of expressing that. So 先 is first and 在 is then. So first 坐红线, first do the red line, then 换绿线. And 绿 is green. So first take the red line, then switch over or change over to the green line. 最后换蓝线. Okay, so what's this 最后? You might be able to guess. First do this, then do that, and at the end, or finally, final or last, do this. Right? So 最后. 后 means after, and 最 means the most after, and the most after is the last. Finally. So finally, 最后换蓝线. So what is 蓝? 蓝 is blue. So this should all make pretty good sense to you now. Pause and write down what you think it means. And hopefully you came up with something close to first take the number 1 bus and get off at the 3rd stop. Then change to the subway, take the red line to the green line, finally change to the blue line. Well, Leo's not too pleased with all that. 不行, you remember 行 means okay, so 不行 means not okay. 不行, 不行, 太麻烦了. 麻烦, 麻烦 means troublesome. 太麻烦了, too troublesome. 我还是打车吧. Now, 还是, you know, means or, but it also has another meaning. It means had better. I'd better do this. Okay, and if you take a look at grammar point number 4 on page 259, it talks about how 还是 has this other meaning other than just or. Okay, so she thinks all that mess with the buses and the subways is too troublesome, so she'd better do this. 打车. So what is that? 打车 is take a taxi. So 车 really just means car. It doesn't mean taxi, but everyone knows that 打车 means take a taxi, because the only thing you can take is a taxi. You don't take your own car in the sense of taking a taxi. You don't 打 your own car, right? You drive your own car, but you take a taxi. So 打车, everyone knows. In China, it's not confusing to everyone. It's take a taxi. So what do you think this means? Pause and write down what you think that means. And if you guessed, no, that's too troublesome, I had better take a taxi, and you'd be right. 哎，出租汽车太贵。哎，出租汽车太贵，我开车送你去吧。So 出租汽车 is a taxi, right? The long form word for taxi. So 汽车 means automobile, and 出租 means rental, to rent out. Actually, 出 means out, and 租 means rent, so rent out. And 汽车 means automobile. So a rental automobile is actually a taxi. Now, because this literally might translate as rental car, don't confuse this with our rental car, which is like budget rental car, where you rent a car for the whole day and drive yourself around. There's a different word for that. 出租汽车 is a taxi. 开车 is drive a car. 开车, so Wang Peng says 我开车, he'll drive a car. 我开车送你去吧. So what's this 送? It's a verb. So Wang Peng is saying 出租汽车太贵，我开车送你去吧. So what does this 送 do you think? And if you came up with to take someone somewhere or to send someone, then you're right. So Wang Peng is offering to 开车送你去吧. So what do you think all that means? Pause and write it down. And if you came up with taxis are too expensive, I'll drive you there. You would be absolutely correct. And Leo says, 谢谢你. She's very thankful. And Wang Peng says, 不用客气. And no need to be so polite. And that concludes this lesson.